Okay, hi denizens of YouTube and the MBTI forum that I'm posting in quite regularly. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump straight into it. One of the things I like doing, and this is gonna be one of those ENFJ videos, but one of the things I notice when I watch a lot of videos regarding INFPs and ENFPs, one thing you guys love to do is like you call it rambling on and stuff like that. So I pretty much had a kind of a crappy week, and lots of my plans were cancelled, and I'm kind of like wanting to distract myself from a lot of that. So I'm making this video right now to basically get my mind off a lot of things. But yeah, one thing I noticed when I was watching videos regarding us NFs in general, there wasn't any ENFJs that were just rambling on about things. Oh, sorry. I always felt like when ENFJs made a video, especially by like the one by Dan's piece, or I hope I said that right, his name right, on the ENFJ discussions YouTube channel. Like, his stuff is real good, but I always felt like his stuff was always, he was always on point on the subject. He wasn't really rambling so much. He didn't go off point like how ENFPs and INFPs usually go off point like crazy. So I guess right now I'm doing a video that shows, oh, the traffic light. Oh, okay, sorry about that. Just wanting to do a video about what goes on in the mind of an ENFJ when he doesn't have anything specific to talk about, and he's just a bit, I guess you can say this is a bit of a melancholic one, even though I don't exactly appear melancholic. But yeah, so shit, I'm trying to think of something to say. Yeah, I think I'm going to post this on the INFPs videos thread as well. But one thing about INFPs in which I tend to notice is you guys are freaking hard on yourself. I mean, okay, ESFJs are hard on themselves, ENFJs are hard on themselves, ENFPs are probably hard on themselves as well. Whatever, every type will probably be hard on themselves. But the INFPs kind of hard on themselves is like sort of, they describe themselves as being so completely useless or being an extent of such a failure, in which I'm like, whoa, you guys are not that bad, you know. I mean, even if I haven't met many real, I mean, one thing about MBTI is I don't like to like go around people and like straight away type someone. So I don't know if I've met many INFPs in my life, but I would say that the people that I would call fuck-ups in life thus far have not seemed to be very INFP in general. And I do apologize, another thing, if the camera is shaky, which it looks definitely very shaky from where I'm standing, or where I'm sitting and looking at this, all I can say is I'm sorry. It's just that the roads are bumpy in the country I live in, and the camera is gonna shake a bit. But if it's so distracting for you, you can, you know, choose to like not look at my face and just like pretend this is a podcast or something. But yeah, I mean, going back to the original topic, I see that INFPs are really hard on themselves, and I think that that's a bit of a shame. But I guess that's one of the reasons why ENFJs and INFPs pair so well in general, is because ENFJs, we are the kind of people that we try to see the best in other people, the potential in other people. I know I do, that I'm always trying to look for that one thing in that someone which makes them different, makes them special. And whereas INFPs, sometimes, I mean, I hope it doesn't come off as an insult when I say that you guys sound like you guys have a bit of a self-esteem issue, but I think that being with an INFP is good for both the ENFJ and the INFPs, because the ENFJ can work on developing the INFP's potential and self-esteem, helping the INFP see better in himself or herself, and at the same time, for the ENFJ, the act of actually, if the INFP is transparent enough with the ENFJ to actually allow the ENFJ into his or her life and be that constant companion or person to talk to, or just that person that us ENFJs, we just like being around people. We just like being around people who appreciate our company and that we know we are helping them make a certain difference, or even if it's nothing serious like personal development and stuff like that, even if it's just going out and playing like a few games of Dota or League of Legends and completely screwing the game up and having a few laughs. That itself is also good time to us, because like we just like spending time with people, and we like not just spending time as in like talking about this or discussing things or having a huge meeting where like 20 people sitting down in a table. I think that's goddamn awful as far as meeting and socializing is concerned, because in an environment with 20 people, you're not going to learn much about people, and you're not really going to connect at that level as with a one-on-one lah. I think that it's good for the ENFJ. Good for the INFP, because the ENFJ is helping develop, that self-esteem which the INFP might not recognize is in himself or herself. And at the same time, for the ENFJ is just the act of being there and helping someone and knowing that we are with someone who likes to be with us. That means like a shit ton to us, because I don't know, I'm like speaking from experience. Oh my god, my double chin is so prominent. Sorry about that. But speaking from experience, just like that, being in company that really wants you there is just so rewarding to us. It's just I'm not even sure how to explain it, but it's like FE heaven, and that's why I think ENFJs and INFPs are so good. Especially when there's that level of transparency, when they can both be completely honest with one another, because the INFP's FI is so rich and so magical in a sense that to us it's like fuel for us. It just powers us up. It just, or at least where I'm standing, oh god, where I'm standing, I'm not standing, I'm actually sitting, I'm driving, but just from where it is, it's just something so it's just fun, which is why I've posted this several times on the forums, but I enjoy just watching videos of INFPs in general, just talking about their lives and all that stuff. Most likely the person making the video or who made the video posted it up, it's that person, I might never meet that person in my life, or most likely will never meet that person in my life. And so why am I invested in even taking, some videos are 5 to 6 minutes, which are fine, but there are videos that stretch on to be like half an hour. So it's like, why am I sitting down there and staring at a video about some random ass INFP girl talking about her interests and whatever happened in her life and all her ideals, when I'll probably never meet her? I can't quite explain why without sounding quite much like a stalker. But it's, I don't know, it's just the air, the vibe that you guys have, which is very tranquil to be around. It's like this. It's when I watch an INFP video, I can watch INFPs and ENFPs. ENFPs are another thing altogether again. Both of you have the same energy, but ENFPs, I like INFPs because I can just watch it and I just zone out the entire way, and I'm just like staring at the screen, like just like that, staring, and that's amazing. But at the same time, INFPs, I find myself laughing every 30 seconds, even though the joke wasn't funny, even though it's just all over the place and it's more scatterbrained than the INFPs. But just watching that energy, it's so empowering. It's like it makes me like, if I could, I would reach over the screen and hug you guys for how awesome you guys are. And like, which is why when you guys are going around, oh, it's tough being an INFP because the world doesn't appreciate like us, because they don't understand our thoughts and our complexities, and they don't appreciate our ideals and stuff like that. All I would say is, fuck those people who don't. There is still a 2% of ENFJs out there, at the very least, who do appreciate that wacky zaniness that you guys, or that super sentimental feeler-ish kind of thing that's going on with you guys. So I mean, that's an awesome thing to be around. That's an awesome thing to witness. And that's just, I mean, don't ever I mean, you can short sell yourself however much you want, but it doesn't mean that there are people who that you will not die on this planet without someone to relate to, because there are people like us or like me that just want to be around that INFP-ness, that ENFP energy and stuff like that. It's just a amazing thing to be around. Okay, this is stretching to be 11 minutes long. Let's see if we can just push in another 3-4 more minutes. Shit. I don't know. I'm trying to think of random ass things to say, but it's not quite coming out right. Again, I'm so sorry if this video is giving you guys headaches. Maybe the next time, I am planning to do more videos like that, because first and foremost, because talking in front of a camera does increase your sense of self-esteem, and I mean generally how you present things. If you are afraid of going up on stage and talking to like a few hundred people, you should record yourself then, because the recording process of recording yourself and watching and cringing at all the things you say, I'm quite sure if I watch these videos, I'll be like having 1,001 things to cringe about. But yeah, you know, and yeah. One thing I wanted to say was, I was planning to talk about this earlier and I forgot, because INFPs take over, and when INFPs take over, they just like, everything else ceases to exist for a while, because you take up all of my RAM, my memory, that capacity. That's why I don't like to multitask, and I find this multitasking making a video weird. But yeah, one thing about cancelled plans in which I really don't like is, in general, ENFJs like myself, we are planners. We look forward to social things. I mean, not social as in it's like, as long as there's a friend on the other side, even if it's just one-on-one, I consider that a social thing, you know. So we look forward to social kind of things very often, and we plan our entire, I would say that I plan my entire week or days around that. So when someone says that, you know, it's that they can't make it, or you know, not enough people are showing up, so we're cancelling the entire thing, I mean, I'm kind of like sitting there wishing that, you know, I had like I basically have no plans basically because of that, because my plans are all gone, you know, because no one's showing up and stuff like that. I can look for another friend that might be free, but you know, the thing is, the process, the part where I don't see people that I'm planning to see, because I psych myself up a bit before I meet some people that I'm expecting to meet. So you know, if you psych yourself up for, you know, like you're thinking that, oh, I'm gonna meet Jason and Bradley on Friday, and you know, on Friday itself they say that they can't show up, so you have like an entire Friday night which you're not doing anything. And I guess not doing something on a Friday night kind of feels stupid, and like it's a Friday night, why are you not doing anything? You should be out, like at least getting wasted. But you know, yeah, I kind of like, I feel like there's a bit of a void when there's a plan cancelled. So I'm like, oh fuck, you know. So, and and on top of that, there's also, I also said earlier that I mean, I might sound more energetic and jovial than the majority of the INFPs or the videos that you guys churn out, but that doesn't mean that I'm not a bit melancholic or a bit sad inside, because I did say earlier that I had a pretty shitty week, that things didn't go exactly the way I wanted them to go. So because of that, like, I was craving a distraction. I mean, the very process of me making this video right now is a distraction, because I don't want to think about certain things, because NI has this wonderful ability to make you micro-analyze things all over again, and sometimes if left unchecked, or if you don't get a good distraction, I mean, in time, you'll micro-analyze until you might find something, you know, you might start thinking about things or imagining things or projecting ideas which are a bit more negative and, you know, self-critical and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of like maybe my friends didn't want to go out with me because they're sick of me, and I said something in the previously which nobody even cares about, but I said it, and you know, I made it out to be bigger than it actually is and stuff like that. So that's the thing, like, NI is good because it helps you like read people, but when there's no one to read and all you do is just read old memories, and god damn it, I tell you, an ENFJ's SI is quite an unreliable thing. So for us to just sit there, and introversion is good. I mean, like, if you say that in a week, let's say in 7 days a week, 6 days I'm out spending time with other people, I mean, that would be perfect for me. I would love that. I would love 6 days of extroversion, 1 day of introversion, to like introspect on whatever happened and stuff like that, because then it gives me the opportunity to reflect on certain things and not be like totally overwhelmed. But at the same time, it gives me opportunities to always go out there and keep distracting myself, because one thing an ENFJ, I feel like, doesn't cope very well with is failure. Because when we fail, we start thinking about, it's not just the aspect of failure, but we start thinking about who we disappointed. Because especially failure in a group, or even just failure in like even a personal thing. Let's say like I wanted to reach a personal milestone for myself. Let's create an imaginary scenario. Let's say I wanted to quit smoking cigarettes, if I smoke cigarettes. So, but I didn't manage to quit smoking cigarettes, and I relapsed into it. So I get into this critical process where I'm like, oh man, you know, what if my girlfriend finds out that I am still smoking, and she'll be so disappointed with me and stuff like that. You know, our failures suddenly, like, other people's opinions about our failures matter. So because of that, I find that it's always very important for an ENFJ to introspect a bit, but at the same time to always be out there, be with people, talking to people, like bouncing ideas off people, like, you know, like it doesn't mean that when we have people we totally distract ourselves and our problems go away, but sometimes we bounce ideas off them, like, you know, man, like, dude, I was saying that I talked to my friend, let's say maybe an INTJ dude or an ISTP. I mean, my life, I'm filled with ISTPs in my life, you know. I can talk to them, and their ISTPs are the coolest motherfuckers out there. I mean, they do not get angry at anything, unlike INTJs who get angry at every little damn thing. But you know, ISTPs, like, if let's say I talk to an ISTP friend of mine who says that, you know, then I wanted to quit smoking cigarettes, but I didn't manage to, and I think my girlfriend's gonna be so mad at me, or my family's gonna be so disappointed at me and stuff like that if they found out, you know. An ISTP dude, you know, or a friend, I mean, a good friend might just be like, hey, you know, maybe it's not as big as it is, and if you didn't manage to quit smoking now, you know, you can still do it later. I mean, the battle is not over, and maybe you just relapse, you can go back into it and stuff like that. But it's important for us, an ENFJ, to just be around people and talk to people, because sometimes if we're alone too much, we just get so freaking critical about ourselves and what's going on and that shit inside, that it's just not a good place to be. So like, yeah, I feel like just hanging out there, just throwing yourself out there in general, just distracting yourself as much as possible is a great thing to do, and which is why I'm even making this video. And I had originally intended for this video to be like just maybe 10 minutes long at most, but we're going to the 20-minute mark already and I'm not going to go much further than that. So thanks for watching, and I hope you like this if you want to see more of it. Okay, bye bye.